However, Elon, if you're listening and you would like to tweet about how fantastic I am and Jane Wells is, please do it because, we'll take it. Whatever, right?
To the moon.
To the moon, Elon. All right, let's talk about beef prices. Are those going to the moon?
They are. They're up. This JBS cyber attack didn't help. There's only 4 major meatpacking companies in the country which control 80% of beef processing, which means, the cows come in walking, and they go out and, cut.
Yeah.
So JBS alone handles about almost 1/4% of daily cattle slaughter, and so they had to shut everything down yesterday. And there is a huge chokehold in getting beef to stores. There are not enough truck drivers. Labor is an issue. For example, meatpacking plants are now having to compete with places like Amazon warehouses that are going up to compete for workers. And so all of this is only going to drive beef prices higher, which are already up about 10% a year for a lot of reasons. The ironic thing is still ranchers are making very little money to sometimes no money on their cattle because there's too much cattle. They claim meat packers have too much control over the process, but it's just a bottleneck going back to the pandemic a year ago with labor and a bunch of other things.
Okay, and how long does this last? Because JBS is saying that it's going to get, I think, 9 of its packing plants up and running today. It thinks it's got a 6 coming. So how long does the price hike happen?
Well, I think the price hike continues, even though this will maybe be a little flip. I mean, there are going to be restaurants and grocery stores that are struggling to find enough beef this week until this gets worked out. But, prices of everything are going up. I mean, coffee prices are at a 5-year high. Oil prices, gas prices. I paid over $5 a gallon in the Owens Valley last week. Okay?
Wow.
So it's inflation is happening.
All right, now let's talk about Amazon and what's going on there. Let's talk about, first off, you want to start with the marijuana portion of it? That was the big news that we heard yesterday.
Right. So Amazon, like everybody, needs workers. I just talked about the meatpacking plants. And so they need workers. They need healthy workers. They're growing. And so they are now supporting the federal decriminalization of cannabis. And they're going to stop testing for cannabis in workers who are not regulated by the Department of Transportation, so they're not going to be their drivers. But they want to be able to hire people who use cannabis, and because they need people. And so this is a huge push behind the move to federally decriminalize cannabis.
Now, when it comes to liability, are they at all concerned about that, or are they more concerned that they could have lawsuits from the states where it is legal from their workers?
No, I don't think they're concerned about lawsuits. They just need human bodies. They need people to move around. Yeah, they need people around. As long as they're not drivers, as long as they're not under the Department of Transportation, they don't want people driving with cannabis in their systems. But in the warehouses, as long as you're functioning, and there's a whole other thing. Vice leaked a pamphlet that was sent out internally at Amazon called, I don't know, Work Well or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to encourage these warehouse workers to take care of themselves. They call them warehouse workers in this, according to Vice, industrial athletes who have to prepare their bodies to walk up to 13 miles a day or lift a total of 20,000 pounds every shift.
Wow.
So it's all about nutrition, staying healthy, and quote, we want to make sure you feel your best while doing your best. I've been in those Amazon warehouses. It's they're massive. It's like the Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's at the final scene, and the whole stacking of things in the warehouses is very random, it seems, but they have an algorithm for how they do it. And those people are working. Those people work their butts off.
Well, now, when I was looking through the article that you sent me, it said that Amazon workers can estimate that they're going to burn 400 calories an hour. Fatigue is a large factor in injuries. They talk about buying shoes at the end of the day when your feet are swollen to allow for plenty of room when they swell during work. And then let's talk about monitoring your urine.
Yeah, stay hydrated, folks. I think maybe you can lose some weight working there. Maybe I ought to consider that. But in any case, it's a tough job, and they try to automate it as much as they can. People are not walking around the warehouse. They have these little things, kind of Segway-esque things, robotic things they go around with. But they take breaks. They're stretching breaks. There are all kinds of things they try and do. But the job is the job, and Amazon has grown to be a monster during the pandemic, and we all depend on it. It's changing retail. It's, everybody wants to have an Amazon stuff, and so these warehouses are going up, and they need people, and they need healthy people. Maybe that's one reason why, a lot of people use cannabis for pain relief, CBD, and they want them to be able to access that without any penalties.
That could be it. It could be a full circle thing. Jane, thank you as always. Follow Jane on social media at Jane Wells. We'll talk to you next Thursday. I'll tell people why after the break.
Okay, oink, oink.
Oink, oink. All right, see you later, Jane.
Bye.
All right, we come back. I want to expand on the story Jane was talking about, JBS Meat Company, but a broad brush look at cybersecurity overall. Right now, let's take a look at your drive and clear up that crash on the 14.
It was in Acton on the northbound side of the 14 just before Sierra Highway. Everything was moved to the right shoulder. Now everything is gone off the freeway. So you're starting to recover from Escondido Canyon. In Gardena on the 110 southbound, it's at Redondo Beach Boulevard. There's a car that spun out and hit the right shoulder wall. It is blocking the right lane. So your drive on the 110 southbound is going to be a delay from about Rosecrans. If you're traveling on the 10 westbound, good looking drive there. 57 in the downtown lot.
Oh, we lost Robin. Oh.
Hello?
There you are. Okay, you came back.
Oh.
We lost you just for a second. You said Diamond Bar, and that's where we lost you.
Oh, okay. 60 westbound from Diamond Bar through East LA. It's only about a 22-minute drive, so no delays so far. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. All right, thanks.
This report is sponsored by the California Labor and Workforce Development Agency. Employers and employees all benefit by protecting our workplaces from the spread of COVID-19. Take time to learn how you can create a safer, healthier workplace for everyone by visiting saferatwork.ca.gov.
The Lakers are on the brink of elimination after getting blown out by the Suns in Game 5. Anthony Davis was sidelined with a sprained groin. The Nuggets survived dang time in Denver. Blazer star Damian Lillard broke playoff records with a 55-point double-double as the Nuggets took a 3-2 lead. And former Dodger star Mike Marshall passed away. Iron Mike was the first reliever to win the Cy Young Award. He was 78. I'm Misty Jordan.
Download the DraftKings app and use code SPORTS to get a free shot at millions of dollars up for grabs this week with your first deposit.
Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Every time the sun shines in Southern California, which is all the time, I remember how much money I saved thanks to SolarMax technology.
How much have you saved since you switched?
Let's just say that my energy bills are so low now that I am no longer the thermostat warrior in my house. My AC is practically free.
Your family must be thrilled.
Oh, yeah, the family's thrilled. Listen, I'm thrilled. I have saved with no upfront cost. SolarMax does everything themselves right here in Southern California, and that means exceptional quality control and no middleman.
Right now, get SolarMax for only $69.98 a month, which includes a solar panel system and home battery with an APR as low as 0.99%.
This offer will expire, though, on June 30th. Call pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword SolarMax. That's pound 250 SolarMax, or go to SolarMaxTech.com, SolarMaxTech.com. Monthly payment available on approved credit, CSLB number 97204.
Your kitchen sink is clogged, so you call a handyman. He pulls up in an old dented truck, but that's okay because he's cheap. He tracks mud, or what looks like mud, across your carpet, but that's okay because he's cheap. He puts his dirty tools on your kitchen counter where you prepare food, but that's okay because he's cheap. Hello, I'm John Aquan, owner of Rooter Hero Plumbing. We can clean that same drain for only $77. And we'll treat your home like it's your castle, because it is. Rooter Hero will clean your drain, treat you like a king or queen, and we'll do it for only $77. That's how we came up with our phone number, 866-DRAIN-77. And here's my promise to you. If Rooter Hero doesn't live up to your expectations, then call me. 866-DRAIN-77. My personal cell phone number is on every business card. You can also reach us at rooterhero.com.
Everybody needs a hero. RooterHero.com.
CL 102-8886.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's California attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. 1455 Frazee Road, Suite 500, San Diego, California, 92108.
Napa know-how. Some things just go better together, like a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil and a platinum filter for $26.48. It's like bacon and eggs, hot dogs and mustard, or Joni and Chachi. Ask your dad about it. That's Napa full synthetic and a platinum filter for $26.48. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. General States pricing. Sales prices not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 6/30/21.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50. That's a lot of living. So it helps to have someone in your corner, right here in your community. That someone is AARP. We're hosting free events and providing helpful resources. Because the longer you live, the more you need AARP to help you stay active, healthy, and informed.
Join AARP Los Angeles for an online caregiving workshop. They're hosting 2 sessions in June. Learn more at aarp.org/near-you.
Don't spend more than you have to on your mobile service. Spectrum Mobile could save you up to 40% versus what you're paying now, and nationwide 5G is included in every data plan. Plus, Spectrum delivers the fastest overall speeds and has the most reliable mobile service, coast to coast, with no hidden taxes, fees, or contracts. Visit SpectrumMobile.com today. 40% savings based on a comparison of single-line comparable unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 1/27/2021. Fastest overall speed, most reliable, based on Nielsen speed test, latest FCC report, and route metrics. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, Asian Americans have faced an alarming rise in hate incidents. Many of the victims are also some of the most vulnerable and defenseless. So what can you do to help? One way is through bystander intervention. By using tools such as distract, delegate, delay, direct, and document, you can help diffuse a situation before it escalates into violence. We all play a role in keeping our communities safe. Let's start today. Learn more at advancingjustice.org.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Hey, it's Dean. You know, if you're having trouble with rodents in your home, stop trying to trap or poison them. Exclude them from your house in the first place. Go get yourself some rodent-proof expansive foam insulation in a can from the hardware store. Fill up any hole larger than a ½ inch in diameter. You'll keep them on the outside, and you'll keep yourself happy on the inside.
Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
You gotta keep your head up. You can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, you can let your head down, hey.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Welcome to a Wednesday. All right, I want to expand on the cyber attack talk that we just had with CNBC's Jane Wells. She looked at the business side of what happened to JBS Meat Company earlier this week in the cyber attack. But I want to look at cybersecurity overall, because I feel like cyber attacks and ransomware are words that are coming into our vocabulary and news headlines more and more and more. And to talk about that now, we're going to talk with Jack Blunt. He is the CEO of Intrusion Cyber Defense Company. Jack, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. Jack, it seems that, I mean, you know this all too well. We had the pipeline a couple of weeks ago. We had this story now, JBS getting hit by this. We had, locally, we had a police department, Azusa PD, got hit by a cyber attack and a ransomware. What are these companies doing right, and what are these companies doing wrong?
Well, fundamentally, everybody is missing the mark. We really don't understand how ransomware has changed in the last 2 years. It's gone from smart kids sitting at computers trying to hack into your computer to PhDs with AI algorithms and supercomputers that simply hit your computer every second of every day, and they may hit it 10,000 times before they break in. But they don't eat lunch, they don't get tired, they don't have to sleep. It's a 24/7 battle today. So they're going to hit your network until they find a way to penetrate it. And we don't have the right defenses to stand up against that.
If you're a company and you just have an algorithm that's just constantly tapping on you all day long, how do you ever fight back against that?
Well, we have a new technology we call SHIELD. And what it does is it opens every connection, every packet of data that moves onto your network or off of your network. We inspect it with AI to see if it's a criminal intent, and if it is, we kill the connection. We kill about 1.5 million to 2 million connections per month per customer. So again, this is a constant battle. You can't do sampling. You can't just use firewalls. You can't think you can keep the bad guys out with locks on the doors. The bad guys are, one way or another, already on your network. They're fighting from the inside out, and you have to realize how to stop that.
So you guys are almost on the offensive in the defensive market, I guess you could say.
We are very much 100% on the offensive. We are attacking the attackers before they can attack you.
Interesting. Have you guys seen a huge increase? Are people more and more, companies more and more who maybe before thought, nah, I don't have to worry about a cyber attack, are they contacting you and saying, hey, you know what, I'm hearing all these other companies, maybe I should get in line, that sort of thing?
Yes, our business has grown tremendously. I mean, we just launched the product in January, so it's a completely new patented technology. It works completely different than other solutions, and it works dramatically better. So we are seeing a huge increase in our business. Cyber warfare, cyber crime is escalating at orders of magnitude. They say a business is hit every minute of every day around the clock. So businesses are going to have to get a lot smarter about how to defend against those kind of continuous attacks.
You know, too, some of these companies that have been hit recently now are looking at Russia, or before we heard, hey, we've got to look at China. Is that tough for a company like yours to have to deal with when it's not just, like you said, the guy at the computer or even just an algorithm? If you've got an entire nation who might be behind a cyber attack, that is a pretty tough row to hoe.
Yes, but I mean, that's exactly what we do. About 80% of the attacks we see around the world come out of China. About the other 20% come out of Russia. Those are by far the two largest ransomware attackers in the world. And we see it 24/7. We have customers all around the world. We see it everywhere in every country, and it's escalating very, very rapidly.
Jack, I'm happy that companies like yours are out there, and best of luck to your new startup, and it sounds amazing. Jack Blount is the CEO of Intrusion Cyber Defense Company. Jack, come back anytime.
Thank you very much for having me. Have a nice day.
Hey, you too. See you later. This is KFI and KOSTHD2 Los Angeles. Let's check that drive on the 110. Another wreck, Robin?
Yeah, just a little further up from the other one in South LA on the 110 southbound from just after Vernon. It is a 3-car smash up. It's over the right shoulder, but the crowd forms for your drive right around MLK. KFI and This Guy is sponsored by injury attorney SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, potential problem in Pomona.
You betcha. Good morning. Yeah, police are here, too. It's a busy place anyway. It's a major transition. North 71 to the North 57, West 10, all that. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Go through Pomona every morning. Somebody on the overpass, and, well, you know what happens. So just be careful going through. Once you get on the West 10, it's a pretty good drive over to the 605. No problem there. And in South El Monte, though, a bit of a problem on the eastbound 60 around San Gabriel, coming down the hill. CHP is going to help Caltrans pick up there. They've been working all night, so please be careful. It's a work zone. And same thing, San Fernando Valley. Now, East 118, just the 5. Same thing they're picking up. Slow down. Be careful. Injured in an accident, visit SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. KFI in the sky.
Riverside on the 60 westbound just after Market. We're looking at debris in the carpool lane. Could be a full tire and rim there in the carpool lane, so watch your step. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
Hey, it's Conway here. Are you looking to sell your home fast without doing any repairs? Then you need to call my friends at Sunday. Sunday will buy your home as is and give you the best possible price. Sunday buys homes off market in any condition. Here's how it works. If you have a dated property or an inherited property that you can't or don't want to keep, or even a house with structural issues, or a house that you simply don't want to fix up in order to sell, call Sunday to get your no-obligation cash offer. With Sunday, you don't have the hassle with showings, cleanings, repairs, or even realtor fees. Sunday will give you an immediate cash offer and can close on your timeline in as quick as 10 days. The process is so easy, you can even get a $10,000 cash advance if you need cash prior to closing.
So go to Sunday.com. That's SUNDAE.com. That's Sunday.com. SUNDAE.com. Or call them. 800-25-OFFER. That's 800-25-OFFER.
Want to know the secret to making sure everything at Ralph's is fresh? Secret shoppers. Spies we hire to expertly inspect our produce department in every store. Their mission is to ensure we have the freshest bananas, lettuce, and more. Now that the secret is out, you know what else is? Tomatoes that are fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Now it's even easier to save on your favorites with delivery and free pickup. Just visit Ralphs.com or the app today. Restrictions apply. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
SoCal weather from KFI. Sunny today, warm again. Highs will be mid-60s at the coast, mid-80s for Metro LA and OC, upper 90s for the valleys in the IE. We're going to stay this way through about Saturday, then drop back into the upper 70s, low 80s for highs by Sunday. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your wake-up call. Handle on the news with Gary and Shannon starts now.
Handle. We interrupt this program to bring you Gary, more money, mo problems.
And Shannon.
Oh, okay, Mr. Hip.
On the news. Gary and Shannon.
On the news. And now, I would eat a pink slime taco.
Seriously? God, the Lakers were such trash last night. What the hell was that?
Even LeBron couldn't watch. He left the bench with like 5 minutes left.
Well, he
in the
should have
game.
showed up before he finally did.
I thought you were going to say the bed is what I thought you were going to say.
I was going to say, well, just like 3 minutes ago in my head, that's exactly what I said to myself.
I know, when I saw your mouth warm up for the shh, I thought, oh boy, it's going to be a long Wednesday. Well, good morning anyway, and to Jennifer.
Hi. Morning, guys. Hello.
What time do you get up?
2:45.
Oh my God, that is unholy.
Yeah.
That is not in line with Christ.
But explain. What?
How is that not? What?
An interesting take on the whole...
It's ungodly. It's crazy. Like, thank you for getting up and bringing us wake-up call. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Amen.
John, was it 1st or 2nd Timothy when...
Is that a book?
No, I think it was Second Maccabees. Second Maccabees, chapter 4.
Says you must sleep past 2:45.
Jennifer must sleep past 2:45 only on Friday.
Which is his Old Testament. It was like
And
must
sometimes,
have.
yes, and
The first
sometimes
book?
on Tuesdays.
Yeah, it's the first half. Yeah, although it's not even half. Anyway, good morning, John.
No, the Old Testament is much bigger than the New Testament.
And Alex, I was going to say John, but you say...
No, it's okay. I see how it is.
No, I was waiting for John's response.
That's fine.
You guys, in rehearsal, this went seamlessly.
Seamlessly.
It's time for Handle on the News. Lead story. A very weird story out up off of the 14 freeway. An off-duty firefighter went back to his fire station, in this case, Fire Station 81 in Agua Dulce, killed a fellow firefighter, shot and injured a 54-year-old fire captain, went back to his house on the other side of the freeway, surrounded by LA County SWAT team members. He started a fire at his house and then took his own life, and his body ended up in the pool.
Very familiar when you think about what happened with Chris Dorner, right? Just
you're
because
right.
of the job and because of the house on fire and all of that. But it seems like it was an isolated workplace violence. This guy had a beef with the other guy situation.
And I assumed right away that this was some sort of there was going to be some sort of romantic entanglement.
I did too.
I went straight there.
I don't think that's the case. But I mean, it could be. We could find out that is the case, but that's exactly where my head went as well.
Tito Ortiz says, I'm out of the mayor pro tem ring.
Take this job and shove it.
I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that he lasted this long. So Mayor Pro Tem Tito Ortiz, who of course you probably know better, is the MMA fighter. He's been the one who's been fighting the mask mandate forever.
Right.
Wouldn't wear a mask to the meetings, made it so that they couldn't have meetings in person for a really long time. Then he sent his kids to school without masks. And that was a big brouhaha because they got sent home. And now he says because of all of the backlash that he's been getting, he fears for the safety of his family and the public attacks on his character, and he's stepping down.
People have just had it, haven't they? Like, it's story after story of people saying, I'm done, or I'm done with you, or I'm done with this. It's we're at a place where everyone's had it, I think.
He said when he was sworn, he was just met with hostility and judgment. And this is what's unfortunate. People who want to get involved in the political world who are not willing to play politics, this is the eventual end to them. You have to be willing to play at least some of the games.
But haven't we talked about the fact that we're fed up with politicians who know how to play the game too well?
And that's not, I'm not saying that I'm glad he never became a politician. I'm glad he did not give into this sort of thing. But I guess the takeaway from it is, if you wanted to be involved in your local politics, even local politics, you have to deal with the BS from people who believe that politics is a career. It's not a service, it's a career, and that's a bad thing.
We now have body cam video of the shooting up in San Jose that we covered. A shooter who killed 9 co-workers there in San Jose shot himself twice in the head as sheriff's deputies raced into a building. This is pretty dramatic footage of that encounter. Nearly 4.5 minutes of footage from a deputy who arrived minutes after the first shooting reports.
There is an interesting version of this where it says that this guy may have shot himself twice in the head.
Yeah, I mean, how does that even under the chin once? Then what? That didn't work. So
It's just quick. It's just two quick rounds.
But how did that?
Boom, boom.
How did the first one not work? Is what I'm saying.
After the first one, yeah, the first one usually you're not like, oh, that didn't work, and then you go for a second one. That's not even a mechanical response in your body. The Derek Chauvin appeared in court via video today. Yesterday, sorry, he was in court yesterday. Federal charges now that he violated George Floyd's civil rights by pinning him to the pavement with his knee. The usual orange prison shirt when he appeared in federal court via video conference from a maximum security prison there in Minnesota. His first public appearance since he was escorted out of that courtroom just last month.
Well, it looks like we've got a task force in California studying reparations now.
Governor Newsom says that first meeting they had yesterday, he calls it an important step for the state and the entire country.
As our country reckons with our painful legacy of racial injustice, California, again, is poised to lead the way towards a more equitable and inclusive future for all.
That may be the case, but I think most people now hear task force and roll their eyes.
It's also frustrating, I think, because California is not a slave-owning state. Was not a slave-owning state. Now, it's not to say that people who are here now are not descendants from slaves.
California has always wanted to lead the way. That's not what it's... California's always wanted to lead the way when it comes to making things right or taking the lead to change the way things are done in the country.
They also want to lead the way in task forces.
Yep.
And they are crushing it in that realm.
We're really great at task forces.
We are super duper.
All right, Handle on the News will continue. We've got some news to tell you about a violent sexual predator coming up next that could be released into the La Crescenta neighborhood. So that's great.
Gary and Shannon will continue in for Handle today. Jennifer Jones-Lee with an update.
The lawyer representing a high-profile woman from La Jolla charged in Operation Varsity Blues says his client's too sick to stand trial. Elizabeth Kimmel's accused of making bribes to get her kids into prestigious universities. She had open heart surgery in 2008 and apparently continues to deal with coronary issues. 2 opposition activists in Russia are prepping for court hearings as authorities are cracking down on dissent ahead of the country's parliamentary election in September. And the San Francisco Giants are the first team in Major League Baseball to incorporate pride colors into their uniform. This is Pride Month. We'll take a look at your drive on the 110. We need an update on that. We've got 2 crashes. We'll check with the KFI in the sky next.
Neil Saavedra here. About 3 years ago, my wife and I called American Vision Windows. They installed gorgeous French doors for us, changed the flow of our home, added architectural appeal. The next project they're doing, our kitchen windows. We can't wait. Their work is meticulous. It's outstanding. I recommended them to my brother, Craig, and now he and his family have a lovely window-encased patio, added 150 sunny square feet to their home. We all know Bill and Kathleen's story. They had a horrible experience replacing their own windows. They started their own company. Fast forward 20 years later, they continue to beautify homes like mine with personal care, complete professionalism, and attention. CSLB number 778326. Give you and your home the gift of light, warmth, and beauty. Trust the window company my family trusts. American Vision Windows. You'll see the difference. Call American Vision Windows today for that free estimate, 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or for specials, visit AmericanVisionWindows.com.
Life hacks. What would life be without them? Here's a life hack you may not have thought of. Using Allstate's low auto rates to save money. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit Allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
SoCal weather from KFI, sunny with highs mid-60s to the upper 90s. This report is brought to you by Allstate. Let's update your drive on the 110.
We'll start in South LA on the 110 southbound just before Slauson. It's a wreck that's over on the right shoulder, but one of the vehicles involved here did catch fire. So it's really a mess in your drive up at Martin Luther King Boulevard if you're southbound on the 110. And you can look forward to a rough drive from Manchester to Slauson if you're on the northbound side of the 110. Earlier wreck in Gardena on the southbound 110 has cleared, so that's good news. KFI in the Sky is sponsored by injury attorney Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, hazard on the 710.
You betcha. Well, if you want to use the 710 instead of the 110, it's in fairly good shape, although here it comes. Southbound 710 at Rosecrans. That's just south of the 105. A little bit of a center divider problem. Shouldn't be there too long. The northbound drive looking good. It's real slow going up to the North 5 and the East LA interchange, that's for sure. And going towards Pomona now. Eastbound 10 via Verde, right at the top of the hill in the construction zone. There was a rig, kind of partial right lane. Just be careful going through, please. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, KFI in the Sky.
A little something in the city of Orange, 22 eastbound after Main Street. The Town and Country on-ramp is blocked with a crash. CHP is there on scene, a little slowing the main lines. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's best Memorial Day sale ever has been extended for a limited time. Shop and save up to $500 on top-rated mattress brands like Sealy and Sleepy's. Plus, get a free adjustable base with your $6.99 mattress purchase.
Masks don't slow us down. They keep us moving. From the store to the park for a pickup game. At the movies. Or at the gym. Keep wearing a snug-fitting mask with multiple cloth layers. Together, we can end this pandemic. Visit covid19.ca.gov today to learn more. Brought to you by the Center at Sierra Health Foundation.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts in response to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. During our Memorial Day sale, save $1,000 on the new Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, Queen, now $17.99. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Real estate is one of the most tax-efficient investments and a great way to diversify your portfolio. But the hassles and costs of managing properties is about as much fun as having a root canal. Hi, Greg Hughes here with Hughes Private Capital, a real estate investment company. We pay our investors a set monthly income which is backed by the strength and safety of our portfolio of over 1,000 homes in the most stable real estate markets in the U.S. And the best part? You won't have any landlord frustrations or expenses. And talk about tax-efficient investment. Most of our investors don't pay taxes for the first 9 years of their investment with us. We also offer a 1031 exchange option where you can sell your investment property tax-free and become an investor with Hughes Private Capital. And with today's interest rates being so low, now's the best time to leverage your investment and earn a 17% return. To find out more, go to nolandlordproblems.com. That's nolandlordproblems.com. Or call us at 888-300-9393. That's 888-300-9393.
SolarMax Technology is going to work with you to create a system that fits your budget.
This is SolarMax's best offer yet. A package that includes a solar system and home battery backup for $69.98 a month, and with an APR as low as 0.99%.
Go to SolarMaxTech.com. Monthly payment available on approved credits. CSLB number 97204.
Your local grocery outlet has all the name brands you love, all at amazing low prices. And this week they're big on BOGO. Start your morning off right with Quaker Life Cereal. 13-ounce varieties are buy one, get one free.
You don't want to mess with the IRS. They have the power to garnish your paycheck, levy your bank account, and even take your home or business. That's all true. But thankfully, they're offering a way out. The Fresh Start Initiative. If you qualify, you could save thousands. The experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal possible. And they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau to prove it. Call Optima for your free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
House paint. It's a big bucket of denial. Painting over your home's exterior problems only makes things worse because beneath the new paint, your cracks are expanding, water damage is creeping up the sides of the house, and wood is rotting like bad fruit. Hi, I'm Steve, creator of Deluxe Life Coat. Unlike painters, we restore your home's exterior using our exclusive 12-step process. We water blast, repair every single crack and chip, and fix any wood rot till your house looks brand new. After we're done, you'll never have to paint your home again. That's why Deluxe Life Coat has the best lifetime warranty in the industry. It covers flaking, peeling, and yes, even cracking. What paint can say that? If paint has you in denial, you don't need a therapist. Just dial pound 250 and say Life Coat. Here's my offer. The first 10 callers today to dial pound 250 and say Life Coat will get 20% off and pay no interest for 2 years. Get in now. Dial pound 250 and say Life Coat.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 1052855.
Today is We Can Do This Day. Find a COVID-19 vaccine near you at vaccines.gov.
Live.
KFI AM 640.
Local.
And iHeartRadio station.
Say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I've never seen anybody do the things you do before.
Gary and Shannon, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Gary Hoffman, Shannon Farron in for Handle this morning. God, Fauci's emails are about as exciting as a party at Mike Pence's house.
I was reading through some of them yesterday. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. There's going to be a nugget in here.
Why did we think that?
Yeah, I don't know. I have zero idea. You saw him throw that ball last July.
Right.
Anybody who throws a ball like that emails exactly the same way.
I saw the headline, thousands of emails to Fauci released. I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, you dumbass. Like, what did you think was going to be in there?
It is funny that they've made a point of saying he tries to reply to a lot,
stranger emails.
Hey, thanks.
Right.
I gotta go to bed now. I can't talk. My wife was like, maybe I should have railed off a couple of emails to Tony. You see if he would respond. Hey, we did get a good report from the UCLA Anderson School of Economics. They say that California is about to explode economically. In fact, one of them said we're about to have one of the best years of economic growth we've had since World War II.
Well, that's good news.
That's great news.
Do you hear the story out of Florida? Central Florida? Sheriff says his deputies did everything they could to de-escalate after a 14-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy broke into a home, found weapons, and repeatedly fired at officers. What the S?
What goes on in Florida? Or what doesn't go on in Florida maybe should have been my question.
Probably a better question.
Deltona. Deputies eventually shot the girl after she raised a pump-action shotgun at them. The boy surrendered with an AK-47. Apparently, they ran away from a juvenile group home and were heard breaking into a home nearby.
The boy, the 12-year-old, apparently has diabetes, and they said the clock was ticking when he left because assuming he had taken medication right when he left, they basically have a